PlayStation just destroyed your physical games. So go get that screwdriver, take out that digital disc drive from your PlayStation 5s, and throw it in the trash, because that's where it will belong in 2028, apparently. PlayStation just set the internet on fire yesterday with this blog that they posted. Yeah. Now, physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. In response to shifting trends in consumer preferences, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. Now, as soon as this announcement was made, the internet, especially Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, it it was on fire completely. People lost their shit. It became it became such a big issue, and I understand like where these people are coming from. Even the hardcores, man, even the hardcore PlayStation fanboys or PlayStation, followers, like they went hard on Sony, bro. I mean, Pio's reaction, I mean, I'll quickly show you. I mean, Pio went very, very hard. He went in like fully, like it was like a rally cry, like to all the people, Yeah, let's see what he says. See, see what is Pio saying. I'm just going to quickly play the video for you all to see.
Time where like every fan of gaming needs to unite. I'm not talking about just people on casuals. I'm talking about everyone. That includes Geoff Keighley, all the big names and everything. IGN. Everyone needs to unite for this. You understand? Don't care about if you have a contract with them. They're gonna send you free shit. This is bigger than that. Please stand up for this. Stand up, okay? If you have a social media account, Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever, YouTube, stand up against this. This is the only way to push back. Sony can't. Like, it's not an option. It's not an option for Sony to get away with this. You understand me? There's no option here.
Bro, that's intense, man. Pio, I've always respected Pio, guy, honestly. I mean, he accepts that he's a fanboy. His preference, everyone has a preference, right? I have a preference. He has a preference for Sony consoles. But he's always maintained that there's competition. We need competition in the market. Xbox should also have exclusive. So these companies should fight for our money. So I respect him, and my god, 300k, almost 300k views. That's insane, guys. Even MBG, guys, even MBG went hard. Tweet after tweet after tweet, man. He went like hard, man. I mean, his entire timeline yesterday was filled with this. This is how we started. Don't let Sony get away with this. Save physical games hashtag. I can't believe some gamers are cheering for digital only future for gaming. Like, even if you love digital, you have to know the importance of options, of course. Yeah. Man. Oh god, man. He went nuts, man, genuinely. Not buying PlayStation 6. Guys, he has 70k impressions, 2.2k likes. Bro, don't let Sony get away with this. Not buying PS6. Bro, look at this. Won't be buying the PS6 if it doesn't support physical games. At PlayStation, at Sony, not buying PS6. Guys, this genuinely, like, respect to him, man. And it's not just these two guys. People are there, like they're like really fighting for this cause. I understand. See, most of my gaming is digital, but I also buy physical games sometimes. Not that I'm a collector. I just buy them because, to be honest, I just like to trade them in sometimes, because gaming is expensive, man. Guys, you have to, if you want to play all the games, like, we have to, like, like, find ways to, like, subsidize it somehow. So I sometimes I buy physical games and I just trade them in, like, for other games. So, and then, oh man, just related to this, man, I wanted to show you guys something. Just look at this, man. Guys, just hear this out. Just hear this out.
When you don't have competition in the video game console space. Like, Nintendo are off doing their own thing, and that's great, and we like Nintendo games, but they are not competing directly with Sony. Xbox were the force that were competing directly with Sony, and when there isn't another company there to push these other companies in line with, consumer goodwill, and to keep fighting for consumer goodwill to try to best each other, this is what you get. And right now you have an Xbox that is clearly checked the fuck out and does not give a shit about consumer goodwill. And so Sony's going like, well, if they don't have to, Why the fuck should we?
Wow.
We own
Right.
like 80% of the market.
It's Xbox's fault,
So
guys.
yeah, that fucking sucks.
Oh, guys, it's Xbox's fault. Why Sony announced this on their official channel, and it's Xbox's fault. This guy, man, what happened to Jeff Grubb, guys? Genuinely, like, what happened to him? This guy is wearing Pulse headsets. What else do you expect from him? Everything has to become about Xbox. And look at Jeff Grubb. He's there. He's nodded like 60 times, man. 60 times in 30 seconds. Like, whatever he's saying, he's like this. I'm sorry, like Jeff. How is Jeff Grubb? Like Jeff Grubb can't get away from these allegations recently. Like he's been. He claims that he's a Nintendo fanboy. It doesn't seem like that, man. He's been. Why doesn't he go so hard on PlayStation then? How has it suddenly become about Xbox? I'm just, guys. I'm just shocked. This did not become about Gears, man. It's because everything has to become about Gears sometimes, like somehow. I'm just shocked this didn't become about Gears. Seriously, guys. Man, this media, man. You know. Look at this guy. There are some guys like James, man. This guy, Jamie Zacht, I have muted him, but he's like he's always there, man. Whatever Sony does, like even the most hardcore fans are going against like this digital thing, digital future that Sony is going for, completely digital future. But wait, there are some guys, man, and he's one of them who are like they will spread their legs for Sony no matter what they do. Like whatever Sony does, he'll be there, like gargling. He'll be there, like with his mouth open, always. It's crazy, man. Genuinely, like, oh shit, guys, do you remember this? Man, how how the tables have turned, guys. Genuinely, this is how you share your games. And you know, this really takes us to like the next topic. As soon as this came out, like Jess came up with a report where he mentioned that Jess Gordon from Windows Central. He mentioned that like Xbox is also likely working on on a digital only future. The Xbox Helix are also contemplating to be a digital only console. So then like internet, of course, this is what the media needed to deflect. All of a sudden, they just, or you will see all these IGNs, you will see Shinobis, and all these big accounts. They started posting about that now. So they are not milking this Sony story for 10 articles like they do with Xbox, but they are there now posting shit about Xbox might not have a disk drive at all, not even detachable one in the future, but they are not focusing on the confirmed news that Sony put out themselves. This is how the media has, man. It completely became about Xbox. They just had 1 2 articles about Sony and PlayStation, and then it was about Xbox again. Now oh man, just gaming media. This is the gaming media for you. Some people were really pissed at Jez. I understand. Like I understand Jez's point. Like people are asking him directly, what does this mean for Xbox? I would like to know. So he put it out in a report. But I also understand like people who are pissed with this because it was about PlayStation, man. Let Xbox, let PlayStation like get some smoke for a change, man. Even if the media doesn't want like PlayStation to get that smoke, but at least let let them have some smoke for some time. Yeah, man. Anyway, so I understand like both sides of the argument, and Xbox is also, I think, working. I think it's since 2013 it has been in works, and Jez also confirmed that they're working on a disc to digital future. Like you can just put your disc drive in, and as soon as you put your disc in, it'll give you like a digital license for your disc-based game. So that's pretty cool. Sony hasn't announced anything like that, but Jez confirmed like they are working on a solution like that. It's pretty simple to do, to be honest. And there was this news about how Chris Dring did this article, how Xbox has suddenly become like it has much more of a startup mentality now compared to earlier. Now let's just, for more context, let's just read what the article has to say. This is what I wanted to talk about. There is frustration and even division within the Xbox ranks. Sharma has brought in a startup mentality into Xbox. Speed is a priority. Teams that are used to weeks of meticulous planning and countless meetings are being asked to turn things around in days, even hours. The price rise announcement last week was hastily thrown together after Apple announces price increases earlier in the day. Oh, fuck. I don't think that's true, man. It's reactive and gets the business moving, but it's also messy and chaotic. And not all leadership is behind every call. This is particularly true on development side, where certain studio heads feel Sharma is listening too much to the consultants and not enough to the people building the games. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. I'm sorry. Why should she listen to you? Phil listened to you. What happened? He's not there anymore. What happened? You take 7 years, spend $100 million on a budget, on a game that no one plays, South of Midnight. I beat that game. I like that game. No one's denying that. But how do you take 7 years and spend 100 million on a game like that? Tell me, guys. I'm sorry. We have to be. We have to understand this. We have to understand this. There is that game also released on PlayStation. How many copies did it sell? What happened? This game, these sort of games, as hardcores, we will like these sort of games. But the mainstream public will not get attracted to them. It's a simple fact. And why should Asha listen to the devs? What has happened? Phil listened to the devs. For last 10 years, Phil has listened to the devs, and what has happened? He's not there anymore. Our brand, we have to accept this. Let's be very, very real about this. We have to accept this fact that Xbox is like in a bad place right now. And in order to turn things around, like some hard decisions have to be made. We have to accept this. Xbox has, in terms of like, if we just look at the console space, Xbox has fallen so far behind, guys. We need big decisions to actually turn things around. You cannot do that with South of Midnights and Kill and Keepers. How can you? You need big games. I understand what Asha is trying to do here. Why should she listen to the devs? 7, 8 years to make Hellblade. I loved Hellblade. I got 1,000 out of 1,000 in it. How many people played it? We have to accept it was still. It was just Hellblade 1 with better visuals. Hellblade 1 with better visuals, incredible visuals. And I got 1,000 out of 1,000 in probably 5 or 6 hours in that game. How is that okay? How do you spend 8 years building that game? Tell me, guys. How is that okay? Why should she listen to the devs? This is a business, isn't it? Isn't it? So why should she? Anyway, I understand this. This is I got it. I understand like this. I 100% believe that she wants to become like Microsoft has always been this big corporation where everything everything is separated by. There's so many moving cogs at one point of time, and like every process everything needs to get approval from all the way up the hierarchy. So it has always taken a lot of time over the past years. And this was one of the first things she mentioned when she came in. Like, it takes too much time. We need to be leaner. We need to be faster. So I believe this. I don't believe in the startup mentality. I 100% don't believe that this Apple thing. But they need this. They need to be quicker, faster, 100%. And they need to be proactive, and they are proactive. Earlier they used to be reactive in Phil's era. They always reacted to things. She's being proactive. We have to let her do her thing, guys. Skin irritating. And then Chris Dring goes on to mention then Obsidian is in the chopping blocks. And suddenly everything became more Xbox. And Jason Schreier had to come out, quickly debunk this rumor. No, this is not true. From what I've heard, Obsidian is safe. And then what happened? Chris Dring again, then he retracted. He said it was a mistake on my part. And he owned it up and he put it out there in his tweet. My God. But imagine the shitstorm. So many articles were emerged from this simple. Do you think this sort of mistake is acceptable? Do you think Chris Dring is sponsored by this whole, what's his company? The game business is sponsored by Sony. So it makes perfect sense, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here, but this makes sense. He's sponsored by Sony. You will see. I've always seen these subtle, subtle hit pieces or hit piece sort of tweets against Xbox or something like that. I've always noticed them. It's not out there. It's not like he's like out there in your face, but there are subtle things that I've noticed along the way. And this is a big thing. You cannot just come out and say an Obsidian is in the chopping blocks and after 2 hours retracted once Jason Schreier has debunked the rumor. It's fucking shit, man. Genuinely. Man. Anyway, man, this too much shit has happened, man, over the last 3 days. I don't know what's going to happen over the next week, because next week the layoff news is coming. Probably today also. Today, it is possible. It is Friday today. It could happen today also. But I expect it next week. So let's see what happens. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.